Welcome back to the news at 10. For about 100 years, men and women from Kano State have been involved in different stages of shoemaking. It seems, however, that the paucity or total lack of raw materials and limited government intervention are obstacles preventing shoemakers from expanding and diversifying their craft. Our community report tonight puts the spotlight on the ancient Kofa Wambai local shoemaking market in Kano.
Etisola, now you're talking.
Local shoemaking, utilizing the skins of various animals, is one of the ancient trades dating back to 11th century Kano. The trade is still in practice here in Kofa Wambai, the largest shoemaking market in northern Nigeria. In these humble stalls, footwear worthy of the windows and display units of some of the finest supermarkets in Kano are made. Thousands of youth make a living from the craft in this market. Sani Sidi is one of them, and he's been at it for 33 years. He says he's lived well off the trade.
This trade is everything to me. I am married, I have children, and I own a house in Kano, courtesy of the local shoemaking trade.
Heaps of leather, dyed locally in different colors, are used to make footwear in different sizes, ranging from the relatively simple to the very complex. Bags are also made. Following the federal government's restriction on importation of several commodities, craftsmen here say they are making more sales, but there are other challenges to contend with.
I produce bags, but my problem is capital. We need government to assist us with capital so that we can improve.
You can see that people buy our products. All we need is state-of-the-art equipment so that we can compete favorably with other countries.
In 2012, a common facility center was set up in Shadara Industrial Estate as part of the state government's empowerment program for medium and small-scale leather work, such as shoes and bags. According to the chairman of the center, although the facility can barely accommodate 300 people, there has been much impact on the shoe industry since it was built, and the government is planning to provide another place with better equipment.
The shoes we make here are even better than the imported ones, which are sometimes expired by the time they arrive, such that they need repairs.
Beneficiaries of the program feel the need for more facilities and more participants, as well as a complete ban on importation of foreign shoes to give their trade a better chance to grow.
From the day this center was established, we have trained over 1,000 people, and many more are still coming.
It is certain that more facilities of improved quality are needed for the over 10,000 people involved in shoe manufacturing to expand and improve the industry in the state.
Etisola, now you're talking.
The Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano says he is working very hard to complete all ongoing projects soon to give the state a new look. Governor Obiano made this known while inspecting the Umweje Bridge construction in Ayamelum local government area and road projects in Ogbaru and Idemili local government areas. He wants to connect all the economically viable hinterlands of the state.
The rich arable lands of Umweje in Ayamelum local government area sprawl across the Omobala River to Aguleri O2 in Anambra East local government area of the state. For the people in this area, their only means of accessing neighboring towns is the canoe. In 2014, Governor Obiano flagged up the 12-kilometer Umweje Road with a 225 meters bridge across the Omobala River to make commuting easier.
Go back.
We will do this job before the rainy season.
So all we are trying to do is, this is a very productive road. It passes through agrarian communities and now oil and gas community. So it's a very important strategic bridge.
Governor Obiano is impressed with the level of work done and promises to see it completed soon.
Ogibele is an important community in Anambra State because of the oil well. And today they can only access it through some other states. But we want to access it through Anambra State. That's why we are doing this very important road.
The next stop for the governor's team is Osomala in Ogbaru local government area, where a 36-kilometer road construction is ongoing. It will link Onitsha, Atane, Osomala to Ogibele.
This is the only road that connects the 15 communities of Ogbaru local government area. The only problem a very good Ogbaru man will agitate for today is the repair and construction of this road up to Ogibele. Your Excellency, what you are doing today will go a long way in the minds of Ndi Ogbaru.
Ongoing construction work is no longer news for most Nigerians. What the people of these communities will be waiting to see is the completion of the projects and the assurances of the state government come to play.
The governor of Rivers State has challenged security agencies not to be partisan during elections. Receiving the state coordinator of the National Youth Service Corps and his team into Government House, Port Harcourt, Governor Nyesom Wike asked the corps members to focus on their duties during elections or abstain if they feel their lives are threatened.
Who are those causing this problem before? That's what everybody should ask question. Why was there no killing this time? Why was there no kidnapping this time? Why was the police and army, why were they able now to protect the electoral material of them carrying it by themselves? So that should be a lesson to everybody. You have this type of thing when people are resisting. When they come and attack the materials and people are resisting, in resisting, it will lead to violence. And in cause of violence, somebody may die. Now that they say we will get it right, I will not get it right. But when you come to having a mindset to impose people, to impose candidates on people, it is that reaction or resistance by people that leads to that violence.
To guide us through the day's major business stories, here's Imana Amawe.
You first. First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The Director General of the Consumer Protection Council, Mrs. Dupe Atoki, says a total of 2.5 billion naira claims of consumers have been retrieved from service providers for the year 2016. Mrs. Atoki, who was speaking at an event to mark the 2017 World Consumer Rights Day in Abuja, says the agency is determined to ensure that consumers are not shortchanged.
We have received, we have supported the receipt of over 2.5 billion naira for consumers in 2016. Including dollars and euros, which we gave to consumers because they complained. And so we made the businesses to fulfill their obligation by giving them the money back or replacing the product. And so I think that the time has come for all of us to respect our money, respect the hard work in getting the money, and just don't throw it away. Businesses, they smile back to the bank using your money, and you are not getting value for it. So we stand here to say we are ready to protect you. Just know that whatever you put your money in, if you don't have any value for it, you are entitled to value and you must complain.
And shareholders of Transcorp Hotels have been assured of a financially rewarding 2017 as the company paid a dividend of 40 kobo per share for 2016. Addressing investors at its annual general meeting in Abuja, The chairman of the company, Olorugun Ortega Emero, says Transcorp Hotels is proud to pay dividends to its shareholders despite the current economic downturn.
It is a happy moment for shareholders of Transcorp Hotels as they converge on Abuja to participate in the annual general meeting of the company. The chairman of Transcorp Hotels goes straight to business as he enumerates the achievements of the hotel.
Despite the strong economic headwinds, the upgrade of Transcorp Hilton Abuja is underway, in harmony with our commitment to stakeholders to build Africa's choice hospitality asset.
Following external auditor's report, giving a pass mark to the company's account, the managing director of Transcorp Hotels applauds the management of the company for remaining the leader in the tourism and hospitality sector.
We are a unique hotel. We believe that we are the market leader. We're still able to do well, despite the fact that people say that our costs are higher. My response usually is that our quality of service is also far higher.
Shareholders applaud the payment of dividend at a time when other companies are struggling to survive.
The payment of dividends really showed us how the company had worked very well.
The company have remained consistent in paying that dividend.
The chairman of Transcorp Hotels and the managing director explained the reasons behind their successes.
We are all familiar with what is happening in Nigeria here. But at times like that, you really have to look inward and try to do what you must to continue to satisfy your shareholders.
Today we've approved a shareholder dividend of 40 kobo, and they're extremely excited because in the year that just lapsed, 2016, it was a tough year.
With 5 major awards from the World Travel Awards and the Seal of Excellence in the hotels and resort sector, it appears better days are indeed here for shareholders of Transcorp Hotels as they smile to the banks.
The insurance sector recorded the highest gain on the Nigerian Stock Exchange today, slightly pushing up the general broad index at the close of trading. Bisi Adebayo tells us more.
The local stock markets closed midweek transactions in positive territory for a second day in 3 sessions this week by a slight margin of 0.07%. The price increase from 19 gainers, led by 2 insurance stocks, Africa Prudential and Continental Insurance, contributed to the market's rally. On the other hand, Nigeria Aviation Handling Company, Nemeth and Forte Oil were the major price losers in percentage value. Wednesday's trading yielded a total turnover of 233.77 million shares, sold in 3,196 deals for over 2.16 billion naira. 3 financial services providers, Diamond Bank, FBN Holdings and Fidelity Bank, were the most patronized stocks for the day. And that's it on the stock market reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
And as expected, the U.S. Federal Reserve raised its key interest rate by 0.25% today. That's the second hike in 3 months. In the meantime, Asian markets closed mostly lower hours before that announcement, but let's see how it affected other major global stocks. And that's a package on Business News tonight. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Emana Amawe. It's back to you, Amarachi.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, African soccer goes to the polls tomorrow in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to choose a new president for Confederation of African Football. More coming up in sports news.